Hello again. So, yeah, I decided I will continue on with the Freak Circus Day 2 another time because I think it will be another long gameplay. So, at this point, I would rather just start with more Jensen games and then maybe, I don't know how next week's gonna be, but let you know in advance. So, today I'm going to be playing Chilling Devotion, which is also a yandere visual novel, and basically the player is going through a blizzard, and suddenly they stumble upon some cabin and they encounter this guy, and obviously we know this guy might be up to no good. Now then, let's just get it started. Oh right, I forgot preferences. Let me just hide screen. Let me just get through the preferences. I forgot to do that because I just opened the game. Let me lower down the music a bit, lower down the sound a bit because I don't want to get startled. Oh wait, should be fine. Okay. Alright, and after Chilling Devotion, I'll play 14 Days with You. And basically, I just looked at the... it's rare for me to see, like, characters of pink-haired yanderes. And yeah, to me, he is a twonk. Okay. Now, it's all set. I'm gonna start playing. And alright, we're gonna include voice acting will be included as well, unless the voice has been taken over already. Alright, let's get to it. Day 1. Expected guest. Ooh. It's like I'm looking closely to the background. The car's engine purred softly, as if glided along the snow-covered road, creating a rhythmic hum that harmonized with the tranquility of the winter landscape. The world outside seemed hushed, and still as if nature itself had been silenced by a blanket of pristine snow. I like this narrative. Through the wind, the scene unfolded like a postcard came to life. The snow-laden trees stood tall, their branches delicately adorned with glistening crystals. Each limb reached out towards the sky, as if yearning to touch the falling snowflakes. The weight of the snow bent some branches, creating graceful arches that framed the road ahead. As the car made its way through the winter wonderland, the snowscape seemed to stretch out infinitely in every direction. The vastness of the scenery was both awe-inspiring and humbling. And let me guess, we're gonna crash, since I'm driving. And I'm at the left side of the driving. Usually I drive at the right. You continue to look around and wander from the warmth and comfort of your vehicle. For you, this is a whole new experience coming from a busy city life. The little cub cabin retreat. Unless nothing happens. Okay, I have a theory. Okay, I think I know what's gonna happen next. A, the car crashes into some snow, but we stumble upon a spooky cabin. B, we somehow made it to the driveway and got into that little cub cabin retreat thingy. Or 3. Or C, we're going to be teleported to some random cabin. As if it was a snowy dream. Alright. It was advertised as the coziest escape in the heart of snowy mountain wilderness. Is it really the cozy escape? Heads, the picture that I saw earlier from the guy said, you're not going anywhere. We'll see about that. Unplug and experience tranquility in the unforgettable views of snow-capped peaks towering beyond pine trees right outside your window. It sounded like exactly what you needed at that time, and you immediately booked a cabin for one, just for a week. Hold on, I'll be right back. My bad, I forgot to put the cotton warnings in there. Apologize for the sudden last minute because I forgot to put the cotton warnings there. Okay, hold up. 14 days. No, wrong game. Chilling devotion. I'm pretty sure it must be very similar with... Oh, also have day 1 and 2. Okay, so... be warned that this game has mature themes. Fewer has strong themes. Viewer discretion advised. And then the caution emoji. Okay, let me scroll down. Where's the caution? Oh, there it is, right here. Alright, now I'm gonna pin that. So yeah, there will be serious topics. Let me exit this out. And let's continue. So, it's most likely I will be stuck with that guy for a week. You look down at the directions you downloaded again. Turn onto Little Cub Trail and it's the first cabin on the left. Watch. I think we're gonna crash when we turn left. You slow the car as you approach the side. Some of the letters of Little Cub peek out from under the snow. You turn into the trail and your car bumps along the unpaved snowy dirt path. You look around attentively for the first cabin you see due to the increasing snowfall. The wind suddenly starts whipping the snow around with fervor, and the road ahead of you quickly disappears. You feel pain in your chest at the sight, and your breath quickens. Your eyes begin darting between the trees, looking for this damn cabin. So much for the forecast of light snow today. Hopefully, you get there soon in case the snow gets worse. Finally, you had been looking forward to this getaway for a couple weeks, and there it is. You take some time to fully take in the exterior from the safety of your car. Now, the idea of a private snowy cabin makes you... Okay, honestly, that makes me unsure, so I'm gonna save that. Though I wonder if the way I describe it, will it also change the personality of the player? Alright. It makes me unsure. You're not really sure yet. You want to reserve judgment for now until you see how things are. This is a completely new experience for you, so you're not sure what to expect. Hopefully, you'll be able to get a better idea of what's in store for you once you get there. You squint through the falling snow, trying to make out the numbers on the cabin. Snow is really starting to come down quickly, and you feel an urgency to get indoors. Snow had covered the sign, but this one looked like the picture in the booking. So, you pulled onto the snow-covered path. Okay, that has got to be the wrong cabin. I think we gotta drive somewhere else, right, MC? But you feel a wave of relief to have finally arrived. The drive up the mountain was like Rainbow Road, and the snow, while beautiful, made for an even more challenging drive. Your little cabin is surrounded by trees, and there are no neighbors in sight. A large stretch of wilderness ensures you plenty of privacy. I don't know about that. You hurry along your stuff out of your car up to the cabin. It's not much, just a suitcase for the week. Looking at the snow, maybe you should have packed even thicker winter clothes. The icy environment chills the delicate skin on your face. You bound up to the cabin, eager to get out of the cold. It's already unlocked. Is this normal for remote cabins? As you step inside, the warmth of being out of the elements immediately greets you, but it could certainly be warmer. You set down your things by the door and quickly set about lighting a fire in the fireplace. Conveniently, there's some wood and a lighter by the hearth. Okay, if the door is unlocked, maybe someone went outside. Because if there are no neighbors around there, it's less likely for someone to break in your cabin, right? And you feel at ease, you leave it locked, and you go outside. But until the AKA the MC/me came in. Did they not clean up the place? There's still stuff laid out on the table. Looks like this place hasn't been swept in a while too. Are you sure we're in the right cabin? It has a lively feel and is ready for someone to move in. The warm glow from the hearth dancing across the rustic wooden walls and furniture was cozy and inviting. Some books are resting on the worn wooden table and shelves. You hurry over to inspect the tiny kitchenette, and you are pleasantly surprised that it is fully stocked. What's in the fridge? Wow, it looks like mystery meat and a lot of junk food. What do you mean by mystery meat? MC? Care to explain? Still, that's pretty generous of the people running this place. You had expected to get food later in town when the snow let out. It's a bit of a drive, but there's a small town with a grocery store around here. You sure about that? You can look more closely around the rest of the cabin later. Right now, you just wanted a warm drink. Ah yes, that cup right there, right? You can look in the kitchen's drawers and find a couple of options to choose from. All of them are of the instant drink variety, but beggars can't be choosers. What do you want to drink? Okay, no hesitation, I'm taking hot cocoa. I do like coffee and tea, but I like them sweet. I'm a sweet tooth. But not too sweet. You grab a packet for an instant hot cocoa. Then you find a pot and start to heat some water on the gas stove. It's been a while since you used some of these. But ever wonder if we broke into someone's cabin? Do you ever wonder about that, MC? You check your phone and there's no signal. You do spot a landline on the countertop if you need to call anyone. Been a while since you've seen one of those too. Another reminder of how far from civilization you are. Yes, very far. The pot of water simmers on the stove and you pour some into a cup for your hot cocoa. The smell of hot cocoa fills the room and the warmth from the cup warms your frozen hands. The window rattles suddenly and you jump for your thoughts. Okay, I have a theory. What if, you know, that yandere guy that I might be encountering, what if that guy has the blizzard powers? Like, I'm just jumping to the conclusion, like, if he started liking the MC, he would want them to stay with him forever, right? And if he had such powers, he would keep this place as cold as he would keep outside as cold as possible, so that the MC will feel as this guy in his place for warmth. And I think it might take a while for the MC to connect the dots, like, oh, it's been like months or years already, and the snow's still snowing, and the blizzard's still strong. And then, oh man, he really has powers. The snowing from earlier has really picked up into a storm now, the heavy fall of snow blurring the landscape out the window. The wind howls and rattles snow windows again, and sharp, erratic bursts made you flinch every time. Snow now slams against the cabin in chaotic flurries. You wonder if the windows will hold against the storm's fury. That's a bit concerning, but it's a perfect contrast to the safety of the cabin. The cabin was a small sanctuary that was holding back the icy wilderness beyond its walls. Luckily, we have food here and made it before the weather took a turn for the worse. Snowed it or not, you're planning on bunkering down here initially anyway. Just as you started settling in near the hearth of your hot drink, there was knocking at the door. Knocking? So, if the person knocked, it's possible that it might be that guy. And he might have claimed that there was a blizzard coming and he needs a place to stay. Or he knows someone is in his cabin and he would test them out. You snap your head towards the sound and you feel your heart racing with fear. You weren't expecting anyone, and the thought of a stranger out here in the middle of nowhere during a snowstorm sent a shiver down your spine. Yeah, considering if you ever wonder if you ever broke into someone's cabin, but maybe it was the cabin host or someone that needed help. Check the windows it says during a snowstorm there'll be fog in the window. But it wouldn't hurt to take a peek. You set down your drink on the table gently and looked toward the door. What will you do now? Oh, there's a time limit! Who it is? Try to calm your nerves while you wait for your answer. Oh man, I like this! There's a time limit for what decisions I choose. Try to calm your nerves while you wait for an answer. And an answer doesn't come. You hold your breath and wait to see what happens. Oh man, I cannot even have the time to choose the decisions. For what feels like a couple minutes, there's no more knocking or sounds over the freezing winds. There's no peephole on the door, so you can't see who it is from the door. Eventually, you quietly sneak over the window and try to peek out, but you don't see anyone. It's hard to see with the snow already frosting the glass and forming an icy crust along the edges of the panes. You know the saying, don't open the door for strangers. Hopefully, whoever was just left, maybe they got the wrong place. As you're about to return to your seat, you hear the click of the lock. Oh, I guess that must be that person's cabin. That must be that person's cabin. We broke in their cabin. Oh man, I feel bad now. Time slows and your body tenses from the noise. Hinges of the door creak open as the biting and cold wind rushes in. The snow briefly obscures your vision as it flurries towards you. Jeez! And there, a tall, looming figure towers over you before you can act. It's that guy! It's that guy! Your mind races with fear and uncertainty. Who are they? What do they want? Take a hesitant step back. You are pounding your chest. Oh, I can see you. Alright, let me just... Okay. Hi. Can I help you? I'm sorry for breaking in your cabin. You wait for them to speak, to move, to do anything, but they just stand there, unmoving, like a statue. Oh, that's a they. My bad. My bad for misgendering you. Wait. His eye. Wait. Oh, they, him. Oh, I'm fine. His eyes glint faintly as they're fixed on you. What's he, them? The intensity is heavy enough to make you shiver. You can't help but feel trapped under his gaze. As you're about to utter a word, the stranger's voice finally cuts through the silence. It's a deep voice that matches his intimidating form. That's a slight southern drawl to it. What are you doing in my house? Huh? The stranger's masked face remains unreadable as they shut the door behind them, sealing you both inside. The stranger pulls down his mask to reveal his face. Also, I like the text audio for this fella here. Yeah, I like this part. He begins dusting off the snow from his clothes and goes to hang up his overcoat by the door naturally. I'm Jim. This is my place. He stares speechlessly at this casual statement as if he's not aware of the scare he just gave you. What's your name? Okay, it's fair that he told him his name. Okay, let me just save the option, just in case I want to go back. Though I wonder, if it's time limited, wouldn't the decisions not matter? What if I test him, say, I don't want to tell you my name, but if he says my name, then there's something up with him. Alright. Let's just say, I don't want to tell you my name. Jim flinches at your words, but his flat expression returns quickly. Okay, that's fine, I guess. There's an awkward beat before he gestures for you to take a seat by the fireplace. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry, my man. Sorry, man, for breaking your place. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find somewhere else. My bad. I'm just gonna take this hot cocoa with me and dip out. Have a nice day. Let me save. I'm gonna leave now. You were feeling very uncomfortable in the small space with this intimidating stranger. No, it's because I feel bad for breaking into his place. Jim has a panicked look in his face as he takes in your words. Wait. Oh, no. But it's not safe to leave right now. You can stay or leave later. This time, you have enough room to move past him while grabbing your luggage on the way out. You step back outside towards your car. The icy wind whips across your form as you trudge outside with faltering determination. How long has it been since you've gotten here? It looks like the snow on the ground has already doubled and more was coming down angrily. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Okay. Save. Okay, if this ending ends up with MC dying because of hypothermia, just keep going. Just keep going. You steel your determination again to push through the snow. Wait! You ignore Jim's pleas as you reach for your car door. Just get to the car. Just go! The cold bites your bare hands as you wrench open the driver's door. Your luggage is... Wait. I'm having deja vu just looking at this view. I'm having deja vus. Your luggage is thrown unceremoniously over to the passenger side. I think I dreamt about this view before. Oh man, did one of my dreams predicted that I was playing this game? That I'm going to be playing this game? Scary. But anyways, Luggage is thrown unceremoniously over to the passenger side. My apologies for not pronouncing some words right. And you focus on the sole goal of getting away from here. You can feel Jim's eyes on you through the windshield, but you don't dare look up as you start your car. Keys in ignition, engine ring to life. Tires spin once, twice before catching traction. The car lurches violently, throwing your luggage onto the floor. While knuckling the wheel, you slam the gas again. The wheel screams. The car doesn't move. Oh boy! Please don't tell me we're gonna break in his cabin. I do not want the ending for that. Through the windshield, Jim strides toward you. His breath dragged plumes in the air. His expression is anger. It's concern. He yells at you from the other side of your car. You'll die out here! You jerk the gear shift into reverse. The tires spin uselessly, digging deeper into the ice. Okay, okay, if this gets to the ending of me crashing to his cabin, I'm gonna holler. It'd be so freaking hilarious. Floor it again. Desperation fuels you. You burn out the engine if you have to. The engine shrieks in protest. Black smoke curls from the wheel wells. Jim doesn't flinch. He steps closer, palm sliding onto the hood. Stop! You're not getting anywhere in the snow. The smell of burning rubber fills the cabin. The car groans, then dies with a shudder. Silence. Your breath fogs the glass as Jim slowly rounds the door. His shadow falls across you. His hand hovers at the door handle, not pulling, waiting. I won't give up! Ganbare! Angelosu! Introspected! Don't give up. No, you're not giving up yet. What are you going to do about it? Jim glares back at you worsley but steps back away from the car as you figure out what to do. Oh man, I have no choice, right? Just I was looking forward to the ending of escaping from the snow or running away from the cabin. Well, guess it's not my luck. Considering that's the only options the game will provide. I say abandon the car and walk. I don't know what this guy's gonna do. I say... What if I look at him? No. Stay on your car, abandon the car, walk. Okay, what if I do that? In frustration, you leave your car and start walking down where the road used to be. The code instantly starts drawing and calling at you to your cord. It's made it apparent to you that your clothes are nearly insulated enough for this kind of weather. But you've got to leave. There's no way you're staying in the cabin with this guy. Yep. Let's go somewhere else. You don't hear Jim move from the spot near your car or call to you. He seemingly lets you go. The fire you had when you made the decision to walk is dimming as your body, the temperature drops. Oh! There we go. Ending 1. Died from hypothermia. How long have you been walking? It's getting hard to see through all of the snow. You reach out your arm in front of you and can barely see your hand. Uh-oh. You feel them slowing down. When did the snow get so heavy? It's all white. When I lay down in the snow, I'm so tired. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. There's a faint whisper. They wanted to take you, but I didn't let them. You feel warm. Your eyes flutter open despite how tired you still feel. In a daze, you notice you're in an unknown room. An unknown room? What the? It's nighttime now, but the storm sounds like it's still raging outside. Let me guess. I'm back to his cabin. Jim must have seen me. You attempt to move, but your limbs feel so sluggish, and the bed is so warm. You start to relax, and soon the storm outside starts to sound like white noise. The events of the day are taking their toll on you. Before you arrived, you were feeling unsure. Now, after everything has happened, you feel... okay. For my case, I'll be wary. You're feeling wary about this whole situation with Jim and being snorted with him. There's just so many unknowns that you have to deal with now. This is turning out to be a much more complicated getaway than you bargained for. As you think about how you feel, you drift off to sleep, wondering about the rest of the week has in store for you. The darkness takes in your dream of being deep in the mountains. The air is viscous, thick with the scent of old blood. From the abyss, a pair of gold moon-like eyes glow from a towering figure. The shadow moves, too fluid, too silent, just beyond your grasp. The trees scream, the ground heaves, and then sound, low, guttural, laughing. Its voice is not sound, but vibration, the hum of a wasp's nest, the groan of a noose tight. I can't do a deep voice loud, and if I try to do a deep voice, I'm afraid my noise suppression is going to not detect that. I can see you're a clever creature, a cunning fox. Do you think you can outplay me? The voice scares you. You don't understand what it is. You try to get away from this haunting visage, but the damp, cold earth under your feet clings to you. Branches clog your arms, leaving thin red trails in the wake. The less you understand, the rougher things get. The trees loom and shadows laugh. The creature taunts you further. You tried to run for the inevitable. I am the door you cannot close. You are home. My name is not home. My name is Angelos. For goodness sake, I'm kidding. The forest, it screams to you. The one who dreams the wolves. And that the darkness reaches for you. The voice calls to you once more. Oh, the whelp have you, just for a little while. Do you mean Jim's the whelp? Day 2, the carving. Whelp, guess looks like I have no choice but to stay in the cabin then. You are marked now. The storm listens. The trees remember. Wait, I'm marked? Since when? As in, marking as in... belonging with... oh my gosh. You wake with a gasp. The remnants of the dream clinging to you like frost. Moonlit eyes burn into yours from the shadows of the pines. Something that knew your name with a voice like cracking ice. Uncautiously, your fingers buried in the quilt. Your pulse hammering like a trapped thing. Morning light seeps through the frosted windows. You wake to the sound of the gas stove clicking on and the flash of the flames. Jim is awake, moving through the cabin with the creak of floorboards under his careful steps. The bedroom door squeaks as you step out. His hair looks so smooth. It's best not to touch. Jim keeps his back to you, fingers flooding with the coffee tin like it's the most fascinating thing in the world. Ah, you're finally awake. The weight of yesterday's events presses against your ribs like a bruise. Your failed escape attempt. The silence between you isn't empty. It's full of everything left unsaid about the storm, about the way he carried you inside, about how close he came to. And the fact that he still managed to, get me after me being so stubborn to go outside, he still rescued me. Like, I'm very ungrateful, but more on the wary side. Let me save the option. Thank you for bringing in last night. He stills for a couple of heartbeats. When he finally turns, his eyes are dark with something you can't name. Just don't do that again. You sit down at the table. Jim sets a chipped mug on the table and joins you. Steam curls from it. Goes in the cold air. He doesn't speak. The sign stretches, taut as a tripwire. Well, since you'll be. His jaw works, staying hangs unspoken, but palpable in the air. Here a while. His thumb rubs at a stain on the table that isn't there. What do I call you? What is your name? Oh, fine. Okay, guess looks like... Okay, from the beginning, this guy seems genuine, but I gotta wait out for the story. Because you know how most yandere visual novels are. Okay, what if I put a funny name? Just call me Egg. Ooh, blue! Egg. Egg is for you. Jim pushes the mug towards you, an offering. His eyes dart around the room, a nervous habit you're beginning to recognize. Should I take the mug? I think I'm going to... Well, I don't know what's in the drink, though. But you know what? Just wait for him to speak. He clears his throat as you look at him patiently. It's hot cocoa. That's what you like, right? You had made this yesterday? You nod. He exhales, just slightly, and nudges the mug closer. Fine, I'll take it. The drink inside is hot cocoa, hot and fragrant, exactly as you like it. The scent wraps around you, warm and familiar. You hadn't realized how thirsty you were until now. Jim watches you intently. Okay, what if I oh, they gave me options to do these? That's so cool! Let's pretend to drink. You lift the mug, letting the liquid barely touch your lips. Jim's gaze drops to your throat, waiting for the telltale movement of a swallow. You fake it. He doesn't blink. Then, slowly, he takes a sip of his drink, his eyes never leaving yours. Looks like his eyes are leaving mine. Just kidding. At that moment, you spit the liquid gently back into the mug, the liquid swirling dark and unnoticed. His fingers tighten around his cup and he says nothing. You occasionally lift your cup to appear to drink it. The steam from your mug curls between you like a disorienting fog. Jim's gaze lingers on your throat, waiting. Oh man, I think he knows. I think he knows. When you set the mug down, his eyes narrow just for a second before he reaches for it. What? Oh man, now I feel bad. Yes, I'm waiting for it to cool. He hums, non-committal as he busies himself with his mug again. The mug sits between you awkwardly, the steam becoming as cold as the air between you. He takes the bedded mug roughly, and the mug disappears into the sink with a clatter. But the way he watches you now, like he's memorizing the shape of your distrust. He knows! Jim's face shudders. He sets his cold mug down with deliberate care, then retreats to his room without a word. The click of his door latch is deafening in the quiet cabin. You're alone. For now. The snowstorm howls outside, relentless. Jim's solid retreat to his room leaves you standing alone in the dim cabin, the air thick with an unspoken tension. Is that a picture of a wolf? I like the drawing though. You retreat to your room, the walls pressing in as you consider your options. But that's something I would not want to put in my room. Cool drawing, but that's not something I want to put in my room. Okay, I feel bad now. I'm such a jerk. But for now, you have time to think, time to explore. Maybe time to, you know, fend for yourself if something happens. Or time to find a way out. You sit on the edge of your bed, listening to the muffled creak of the cabin under the weight of the snow. Quiet as a presto, broken only by the occasional gust of wind rattling the window pane. Without being able to leave the shrinking cabin, what will you do? You head out back into the main room to see if there's anything to pass the time. The storm rattles the windows in the cabin's dim living room. Jim is nowhere to be seen, must still be in his room. What now? Okay. Okay, if I grab a book, would there be some lore to this? I want to see. You approach the small, sparse bookcase and read the titles as you run your fingers along the spines. Wilderness survival, edible plants, the state of not dying? Seriously? Ooh, are these survival books? May I take them? Or at least borrow them? Those are some useful information! Your fingers pause on a worn leather spine tucked between two larger volumes. It doesn't have a title. That has to be lore. You pull out a small journal. The letter is soft with age and the edges are frayed. There's just a faint crescent moon embossed on the cover. This screams to me. Read the lore. You will know the story. Okay, but what if that journal's forbidden to read? Like, what if it's gonna leash something, you know? Let's bow read it. You hesitate only momentarily, then open it. The first few pages are dated entries in neat, careful handwriting. You flip further in, the entries become less frequent, the handwriting changing, sometimes neat, sometimes jagged. October 12th. First snowfall came early. Caught 2 rabbits in the snow fair. And still stare. Need to check Southern Traps tomorrow. Oh, that's what the mystery means. Sorry, buddy. Some pages have sketches, plants, and animal tracks. Then you reach a section where the writing changes dramatically. October 23rd. They are still watching. I can hear them. The marks aren't enough anymore. October 25th. They're coming. The storm will bring them in. Wait. Okay. I feel like that mysterious figure must be the storm. And I'm pretty sure the MC, pretty sure he's talking about me coming in. The storm bringing me in. So hence the cabin. Right? And the erased scratch in the erased mark. Okay. There has to be some symbol towards it. November 7th. This kept them out last time. Need to remember. Need to protect them. Your breath catches them. You flip faster now. Near the end. The most recent entry. For when they're ready. And why are there bloodstains there? Let's see. There's some berries. Some straws. It looks like a drake. And there's some... And that's an herb there too. The need to protect. December 6th. They're here. Have to be careful. Have to go slow. The trees are already whispering. I think that must be that dark figure there. As you turn the page, a dried flower falls into your lap. A white bloom, perfectly preserved. You stare at the flower in your palm, breathless from what you just read. The cabin seems too quiet suddenly. Then, a floorboard creaks behind you. You snap the journal shut, but it's too late. You spin to see Jim leaning in the bedroom doorway. How long has he been watching? Shoot! Darn it! Oh, man, I should have just done something else. Find anything interesting? His expression is unreadable as he watches you with those two blue eyes. Fingers flexing at his side. The flower feels colder in your hand. If I lie again, because I mean his entries are interesting, but just be on the safe side, just lie. You slid the journal back casually. He steps closer, his gaze dropping to the journal that you just put back on the shelf. You should be careful with my things. Some things you shouldn't see. He smiles at you, but it doesn't reach his eyes. The moment stretches, the fire pops. Jim's gaze locks onto your clenched fist where the flower rests, icy against your palm. His expression flickers, something between panic and hunger, before smoothing into careful neutrality. What else is in your hand? Your fingers tremble. The flower feels heavier than it should. When you unfurl your hand, the white petals are now slightly crumbled, edges blackened with frostbite. Jim's breath catches just for a second before he slowly, carefully speaks. Is that yours? I don't want to crush his stuff. I think that's mean. It's not mine. Jim looks at you blankly. Wonder how it got there then. He takes the flower from your hand, turns it over like a curiosity, and then pockets it while giving you an unreadable look. It's just a flower. You still feel the coolness lingering in your trembling hand. Then, he reaches over to you, and you flinch. His gaze holds yours and slowly pulls out a book from the shelf next to you and hands it to you firmly. The cover reads, Wilderness First Aid Manual. Ooh! Read this. It's good for you. Never know when you need it. Absolutely! Survival skills! Come on, Meter Sprite. Survival skills! His finger taps the back, right over an advertisement of Learn How to Treat Frostbite. His gaze flicks to your exposed fingertips, then back to your face, a silent message. Oh man, his brow is furrowing up. Oh man, he knows. Especially with what you tried to pull the other day. Jim barely scowls at the memory of you passing out in the cold. The moment stretches, the storm rattles the windows, but Jim doesn't move away. Just go along with it. Let's not annoy this guy any further. Okay. Jim's lips twitch, not quite a smile, but close. He steps back, satisfied. Smart. He turns to the fire, but you catch him watching you from the corner of his eye. Soon, he heads back to his room without another word. You sit and try to read some of the manual, but Jim's appearance leaves you slightly unsettled. Even though Jim has retreated to his room, you still somewhat feel his eyes on you. Maybe you can look into the bookcase more later when Jim is occupied elsewhere. What now? Maybe cook something. Yeah, let's whip up some food. You're hungry. Jim hasn't offered to cook, so it's time to feed for yourself. Yeah, let's do that. The cabinet's kitchen is cramped. A propane stove, scarred wooden counter, and a fridge growing in the corner. But when you try to open the fridge, the chill that rolls out feels mocking. The shelves are nearly bare. There's a small carton of eggs, half a stick of butter, and a jar of preserves, unlabeled. The contents dark and clotted? I hope it's fruit jam. You could have sworn there was more yesterday, but the fridge hums innocently, its emptiness glaring. As you clink around the kitchenette looking for more food, a shadow falls across the floorboards. Yep, he's here again. Jim leans against the doorframe. His voice is light, but his posture is anything but. Looking for something? His gaze flicks to the empty fridge, then back to you, a silent challenge. I think I'm gonna start quick with what's there. As you reach for the egg, Jim's hand closes over yours, just shy of painful. Use the jar. He nudges the unlabeled preserves toward you. You turn your nose at the appearance, but you try to open it. The lid is still too tight to open. Jim watches you struggling, your arms shaking before taking the jar from you. I didn't find it suspicious that whenever I try to do something, he managed to get to me. I need to be on my guard. Trim pries it open with one twist and a loud pop. Reserves inside smell disgustingly sweet, like fermented fruit, and something else. Ooh! It has to be fruit jam! You notice some bread is visible in the high cabinet, but there's no step stool. Jim follows your gaze upward. Jim waits, arms crossed, to see if you climb the counters like a misbehaving child. I would do that. Hi for it! You straight for the bread, legs shaking to balance on the countertop. Jim lets you teeter before catching your waist. Stubborn, aren't you? Oh boy. He gives you a frustrated look before pushing you aside. Jim reaches up there and grabs each of you a single slice. The kitchen feels smaller with Jim in it. His presence fills the space. Shoulders nearly brushing the cabinets as he moves. He doesn't wait for your answer, just steps forward, his voice leaving no room for argument. Let me cook. I know my way around my own kitchen. But can I cook my own meal? Nah, I got him. I know my way around with jam and bread. I know how to do with it. Let's refuse it. I can cook myself. Jim's jaw tightens. He doesn't step back, forcing you to brush past him. His arm twitches like he might block you, but stops just short. Fine. The way he says it makes your skin prickle. Not quite mocking, not quite concerned, just waiting. Space feels alien. Hands just out of reach, and utensils in, odd drawers. The stove clicks stubbornly but doesn't ignite. You were able to get it to work yesterday. Flint's temperamental needs the right touch. Jim's presence looms nearby the whole time, tracking all of your clumsy movements. Eventually, he reaches around you to fix the stove. His chest presses against your back just a second too long. Still let me do it. Now we're both hungry. You ignore the shiver that runs through you and continue trying to cook without his help. Your meal is meager, edible, but barely. Jim doesn't comment. He just takes a simple slice of toast with some butter. Next time, let me help. Jim exhales, disappointed, and he heads back to his room. You finish your meal and your hunger is satiated enough. For now. What now? Okay, maybe you can try calling someone. You reach into your pocket to retrieve your phone. Obviously there's no signal. If not, just play with my phone. The wind howls outside as you stare at the blank screen. No signal, no bars, just the mocking no service blinking at you, backing. The landline on the counter catches your eye. Worth a try. You lift the receiver. Dead silence. No dial tone. Just the hollow echo of your breath, of your breathing. And he's here again. Of course, he's here again. A floor creaks behind you. You don't need to know. Jim's there, watching. Again. Jim is always watching. Jeez. Who exactly were you trying to call? Jim is leaning against the door with arms crossed. His expression is neutral, but his eyes track the way your fingers clutch the receiver. It's not like anyone could come or go right now anyway. His tone is icy and his eyes narrow on you, tracking you, knowing how stubborn you've been. Jim's patience is running thin. Okay, let's just... When will it be fixed? Jim shrugs, stepping close to examine the phone himself. His shoulder brushes yours too close, too intentional. Whoops, I think I might have accidentally made contact with him. I'm not sure. He taps the receiver gently back into its cradle. No one comes up here mentioning immature. The silence stretches too long. Wait. You mentioned no one comes up in there in the winter, but I booked the cabin in the winter. There's a lie. There has to be a lie. Think you should go to your room for a while. He doesn't move from the doorway. The unspoken command lingers in the air between you. This isn't a suggestion. It's a command. You hesitate, weighing defiance, but the facts are undeniable. His broad frame blocks the only exit. The storm shrieks outside, a reminder of the wilderness's indifference. And that look in his eyes, patient, but not endlessly so. You feel your feet move before you decide to obey. Jim follows just too close behind as you trudge down to your room. Okay, buddy, you can go back to your room now. I'm not gonna do anything foolish. Not in front of you. Rest up, I'll get you for supper later. And with that, your bedroom door creaks shut behind you. Okay. The sound is soft, final. You sit on the edge of the bed, the weight of a day pressing to your shoulders like hands. You stare out the frost-veined glass. The storm still rages, snow piling in drifts against the pane. Your breath fogs the cold surface. You scoff as you peer out your cage. Consider writing a plea, a curse, a name, but who would see it? The trees? The wolves? Maybe my will? A single finger scrapes across the frost, edging half a word, before letters sweat and blur almost immediately as if the house itself rejects your defiance. Jim's presence was an inescapable shadow over you. Think about what you've seen. The wind howls outside as you lie, stifling beneath the quilt, staring at the ceiling. You reflect on what you've seen today, the first day staying in the cabin with Jim. Memory flickers. The rough drag of aged leather under your fingertips, the dry crack of its spine splitting open like a secret. The sketches and scribbled writing swim behind your eyelids. The contents of the journal sends a chill through you. Your brows furrow as you try to make out what it all means. You're coming, the storm bringing them. You turn onto your side, pulse quickening at memory. Who was he writing about? And why does the date on the last entry match this week? Your palm tingles where the petals touched you. A phantom chill that won't fade. You press your hand to the mattress, but the cold lingers like a brand. That flower was too cold, too perfect. And Jim's reaction was playing on a loop, dismissive, even when his breath stilled. Clutch your fists, scent of frost and iron still clings to your skin. The fridge is hollow and stereo glares in your memory. And is that really what happened? The fridge was working fine yesterday. At least he didn't notice anything wrong with it. And the way he watched as you struggled with the empty shelves, like an animal playing with its food. Your stomach growls. The hunger feels intentional now. The landline's dead. Static still rings in your ears. You roll over and dig your phone from your pocket. No service mocks you in glowing letters. You toss in bed in frustration. Your phone, a heavy weight in your pocket. You might as well put it in your luggage for now. The storm was roaring. What bad luck for the landline to go down. The shadows stretch across your arm. Across your room. You begin to wonder if it's evening time yet. Jim hasn't come to get you, but the hunger in your stomach pulls you out of bed. Alright, now can I please close the curtain? When you get up, you notice the door is slightly ajar. You could have sworn that he had closed it. So, he was watching me. The storm has trapped you both inside for another day. The wind howls through the cracks in the cabin walls, but Jim seems almost content. He sits at the table, a small knife in his hand, whittling away at a block of oak. His movements are careful and precise, like a man performing a sacred rite. He doesn't look at you, but you catch the way his fingers linger over the wood, shaping it with something like reverence. I say I'll just let him know, and I feel like I pretty much look too much of his things already. Generally, you softly curl your throat, purposely creep the road underneath you as you approach. Jim looks up at you with clear eyes. Ah, hey, almost done. There. It's carving a fox. Sleek and clever with a slight tilt to its head. Ooh, looks nice. I like it. When the carving is finished, Jim hesitates. His thumb brushes over the creature's back, passing over its form. He sets it on the table, facing away from you, to look at the finished carving, a silent offering, unacknowledged. It's not for you, not yet. Maybe never. I just feel like I don't deserve this. I've been such a jerk to you, man. I could just refuse it. I think I'm just gonna ignore it. Jim shakes the carving and pockets it. Jim wordlessly leaves the room to retire for the night, not even bothering to say goodnight. With nothing else to do, you also head back to your room. So, no supper? The bed creaks as you settle in. The blanket's too stiff, the air too still. You try to sleep, but it comes in shallow waves. Each time you start to drift to sleep, the shadows at the edges of the room seem to shift just slightly. A thud, a muffled curse, the creak of floors bearing weight. The cabin is too quiet for the sound to be anything but deliberate. You sit up. A silver light bleeds under your door. Someone's still awake. You are drawn to the noise and venture out of your room. Night falls heavy over the cabin, the fire reduced to embers. The wind has quieted, but the silence is worse, thick with unsaid words. Jim stands by the window, his back to you, fingers absently tracing the edge of the wood-carving knife. You can see the tension in his shoulders, the way his breath fogs the glass in uneven bursts. He knows you're watching. He always knows. I think we should have stayed in the room, MC. I don't know why your curiosity gets the best of you. Like, why the curiosity gets the best of me. Just go back. Just go back. He looks like he might want to be alone, and you also didn't want to face him now. So you quietly start heading to your room. To your confusion, Jim puts on his jacket and hat by the door. Then, he wordlessly goes out of the cabin. The door clicks shut behind him, and there's a beat of silence. Then, the unmistakable click of a lock engaging. I don't think I want to follow him. Right now, I just need a strategy. Finding an escape without him knowing about it. For now, I don't know if looking out the window seems like a good idea. But just go back to bed, because he might know you're a distance axe hitting wood outside over and over and over. And Jim seems to have no intention of returning tonight. With nothing else to do, you lay back down in your bed, filled with thoughts of Jim, where your eyes grow heavy with sleep. The storm murmurs against the windows, a lullaby of wind and creaking wood. You drift into sleep, and the dream comes like a whisper. You stand in a cathedral of snow-laden trees, their branches clawing at a sky as deep as oblivion. The air smells of frost and something older, moss, blood, burnt sugar? So I'm gonna get caramelized? The wind howls louder, rattling the trees like something begging to be let in. Before you know is bare earth, the ground twitches where your shadow falls. You feel something between your teeth, and when you pick it out, a white flower, moist from your insides, silver veins throb mockingly at you. You don't recall their name, yet your tongue forms the shape of it anyway. Moon petals. Is that what they're called? How do you know? Wait. I have a theory. What if it was all a time loop and Jim is pretty much aware that he was in a time loop and just trying to alter things? There are wolf tracks. Deep, deliberate. You whirl to flee in the other direction, but the woods stretch into the horizon. Something moves in the dark. Not a wolf, not a man. A shape with too many joints and shadows stretching farther than light should allow. In those eyes, they glow impossibly bright, drinking up the shadows. Ah, fudge. A voice hums. Jim's voice? No, deeper. It curls through the trees in fragments. What do you have, Fox? Your palm grows heavy. You unclench your fist to reveal a bone-handled knife, its edge serrated with thorns. Its mouth doesn't move. The words form inside your skull. Wait, the fact that Jim carved a fox. Am I the fox? Trying to get out of my trap, Fox. Think you're smart enough. Clever Fox, but he'd bite deep enough to matter. The wind lashes your face full of teeth. Stay a little longer. I have been starved for you for so long. Ooh. Thanks for playing day 2. Let me know what you think so far on the Itch.io page. So far, I'm enjoying it. Oh man, I want to experience more endings. Okay, I'm curious. When was this made? I have not fully paid attention to it. Let me just take a look. Oh man, it was made a year ago. I wonder if day... Okay, let's see if there's a day 3. Okay, let me just... I'm just taking a look. Wow, it's been a year. Oh man, I'd like to see more. Alright. Let me just explore more of the options there. And it's alright. I'm satisfied with what I have for this one here. Okay, let me lift this up. Let me back to main menu. That was pretty good. I was so invested with the narrative. Skip. Hot cocoa. Skip. Open the door. You take a deep breath and make your way to the door, steeling yourself for whoever is on the other side. When you open the door, you're greeted by a tall figure wearing a mask, their expression hidden. Your breath catches in your throat at the looming sight, fear threatening to overwhelm you. A biting and cold wind rushes in from the cracked open door. Okay, let's say... Who are you? The figure says nothing, the silence somewhat chilling the air further. You reflexively take a step back and grip the door's handle, ready to slam the door shut and lock it. Oh! The stranger seems to notice this and slams his hand on the door, preventing you from closing it. At the sudden moment, you attack! You don't think you can win a fight against this man, but maybe you catch him by surprise and get the upper hand. With adrenaline coursing through your veins, you lunge at the stranger. But the man's reflexes are faster than you anticipated. He usually dodges attack and catches your arm to stop you. I wouldn't try that again if I were you. His hands are strong, but not painful, and they anchor you firmly placed in front of him. His face is unreadable, neither angry nor amused, just unreadable. You darn right, he looks unreadable. The storm outside howls louder as if taunting you in this situation. What do you do now? At this point, You only stare back at the stranger's eyes, peering emotionlessly back at you. Finally, he's the one to speak up. I don't think you'll be leaving. A chill runs through you as you hear that low, cold, and menacing voice. There's slight southern drawl to it. It's a matter of... Especially not in this weather. There's no storm. You won't survive out there alone. You won't even make it 5 minutes to storm by the looks of you. Huh? He still lets go of you. The action is so sudden that you stumble back into the cabin's interior, and the stranger takes a step back in. What if I'd say nothing? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, I want to go back to... Run! You don't think you can fight your way out of this one. Maybe you can push past him real quick. You don't hesitate to lower your shoulder and try to push past him, desperate to escape the menacing man in front of you. But the man... Flexible anticipated. You feel the firm, immovable wall of his chest collide with your shoulder, unyielding. He doesn't budge even an inch, and he grabs you by the arm. His hands are strong, but not painful, and they anchor you firmly in place in front of him. His face is unreadable, neither angry nor amused, just unreadable. Oh, I see. Please let me go. The stranger's grip on your arm tightens. I'm afraid I can't do that. Chill runs through you as you can hear that low, cold, and menacing voice. Etc. Tell me your name. What's my full name? What's my full name? Okay, let me load this. I guess. Hey. Sit down. You stiflingly follow his suggestion to sit down in a chair with a creak. He takes off his hat and dusts off the snow before following you and taking a seat as well. You're both sitting by the hearth now after your misunderstanding. You feel a mixture of adrenaline and embarrassment. I'm real sorry about before. Why did you knock on your own door and didn't say anything earlier? Jim looks away guiltily and then hurriedly explains himself. Sorry, Karen, I was trying not to scare you. Just trying to let you know I'm there. And then when I saw you, I got nervous. This guy did all of that because he got nervous? You're taken by the contrast of a man in front of you, your first impression of him. Oh man, he's really considerate. Besides that, you're still confused about how all of this happened. Jim thinks for a moment and speaks more quietly because of self-consciousness about how his voice sounds. His voice still comes out as a low rumble. Were you trying to go to that tiny bear house? Oh, you mean the little cub cabin? Then yes. Right. You went way too far down the trail then. Probably missed it with all the snow and pines. Easy to happen when the snow gets like this. Face burned with embarrassment at your mistake and the whole misunderstanding. So much for a relaxing getaway. That makes sense. An awkward silence stretches between you two until Jim speaks up again. I think the storm will pass in a couple of days. You can stay here until then. Couple of days? 2 days? You sit there and process what's happened, but what if the snow never passes? Guess I don't have a choice. Jim nods sympathetically. It's for the best. Trust me on that. You slump in your chair a bit in defeat at your own helplessness. Jim moves to stand up and starts gesturing around the room. So, the bathroom is in the corner there. Oh, and feel free to put your things in the spare room over there on your right. My room's the one to your left by the front door. It's not much, but you're safe here. Jim points to the pot on the stove next. I'll have some hot cocoa too after all that. Want hot cocoa? Reheated since you helped yourself to some yesterday? Or earlier? You regret that raining reminds you of unfortunate beginnings here. Sure, thanks. Gives you current nods and grabs your cup. Things are still pretty awkward, but it's kind of sweet that you're trying to be a good host. How about you check out your room while I reheat the drinks? You nod and grab your luggage and take it to your room. The room is small, but just as cozy as the rest of the cabin. Pretty sure. Oh, I can't skip it. It's minimally decorated like the rest of his cabin. It has a bed, a nightstand, and a lamp. And now it's just suitcase and belongings in a corner. Your hot cocoa is ready. Jim's voice from the other room pulls you through your thoughts and you get up to join him. You sit across from Jim as he hands you a reheated hot cocoa. Jim cradles his old mug in his hands, savoring its warmth before taking little sips. His posture is more relaxed, but still seems a bit shy. You get a better look at him, now that things are less intense. His pallor is dampened and disheveled from the snowstorm, and it keeps it pretty long. His eyes fix you occasionally before glancing back down at his drink. Sorry, I'm not used to having company, I guess. What do you do? As I want to be considerate. Just, if you like to talk, stay silent. That's alright. I am quite the unexpected guest right now. What would you prefer? We can just enjoy the silence if you like. Oh, well, of course, I don't mind not talking. But since this is a bit of a special occasion, I like to try talking. If that's alright with you. I'm not really sure where to start though. Jim looks at you expectantly. He's hopeful that you'll start the conversation. Man. This guy's sweet. So... you say you don't see many people around here. Yeah, to be honest, you're the first person I've really talked to in a couple of months. Other than when I'm picking up supplies in town. Yaku shifts in his seat and rubs the back of his neck like he's unsure of how to continue. I guess you could probably tell with how out of practice I am with all of this social stuff. He gives a dry laugh, but it's not exactly a happy one. The isolation, it's easier this way. And I've never minded being by myself. It's peaceful. I don't generally like people, but it's been nice talking with you. This admission lingers in the air as you both take it in. You're touched by his openness and vulnerability in this moment. Well, I'm glad I could be the one you talk to. Jim smiles at this and takes another shy sip from his mug. A moment of warmth settles between both of you and you feel a bit closer. So... do you live out here all the time? He glances at you, then answers while looking to the fire. Used to be not all the time, just when I need to get away. But now, yeah, this is where I live. His voice is steady, but there's something formal in his tone, like he's not used to explaining himself. And his eyebrows furrowed too. Get away from what? He seems to hesitate, maybe from trying to find the right words before settling on what to say. Everything. The noise, the people, it's just too much. I get that sometimes. You nod understanding, although not to the extent that Jim is talking about it. I'm sure I miss the city eventually, but I get it. That's why I wanted to come out here too. Just needed a break from it all sometimes. Jim's lips twitch into a faint smile, and for the first time since talking, his gaze holds yours for a while. Uh-oh. And instead, you end up in the wrong cabin. Your cheeks warm as you let out a soft laugh. Yeah, not exactly the peaceful getaway I had in mind. You're surprised by the rich depth of his chuckle despite how you try to quiet it. It sends a pleasant warmth through you. Stop trying to act cute, man! Well, yes, I guess not every day you accidentally break into someone else's heart. House! House! I meant house! The initial tension between you is melted away as you both laughed about it. I hope you do get what you came here for. Can't help but smile at his gentle words. So... storm seems pretty rough. Yeah, but it should calm down in a day or two. And if you want, I can make sure you get to the right cabin then. The mountain weather can be unpredictable. One moment it's clear, then it's dangerous in an instant. It's snowing a bit early this year, but it's not uncommon. The snow falls hard and the wind, well, it howls like it's got something to prove. You nod along his explanation. You weren't aware of how it was in the mountains. He lets out a soft sigh before continuing, running a hand through his messy hair. I knew the second I saw you that you were not used to this. If you don't know what you're doing and you try to go out there, well, you're pretty much asking for trouble then. You notice a shift in his tone when talking about the storm. There's something protective about it. Like he's trying to prepare you or maybe even shield you for the wildness of the mountain. Just wait it out. Don't venture out if you have to. The storm outside wails a bit louder for a moment as if protesting, and Jim shifts his eye out the window. I've been stuck in here before. You just get used to it, and then it's not so bad. You take in his words. You get the impression that he's used to navigating the chaos of the mountain, and with him, maybe you could too. So... what were you doing just now? Just checking some traps I set out in the woods nearby. Traps? Traps for small game, like rabbits and such, mostly. Nothing that traps today. Probably all hiding from the storm. Oh, I see. That would explain the mystery game we in the fridge earlier. So, what do you do out here? I like to be in nature and be alone. Yeah, like hiking? I hunt and fish when the weather's better. Sometimes I make stuff. There's a town a ways from here, but I mostly just keep to myself. His eyes are nervously around and you get the impression that he's not used to talking about himself like this. Oh, you're blushing! You decide not to get into it for now, for his sake, but you are curious. He seems like the type to say things when he's ready. So, you're done asking questions. You both finish up the rest of your drinks in silence. Jim looks at you and finally asks you a question himself. So, how are you feeling about being stuck here? He quietly looks away again. while anticipating your answer. He has a complicated look on his face. You wonder why that is. He's a hard man to read. Oh, I want to see this. And the music, I like it. It gives off an ominous feeling. It really does fit the theme of stuck in a cabin with a wild snowstorm. Can't wait to leave and get away from this guy. I would like to go to the second the weather allows it. Right, I'll make sure to let you know as soon as that happens. Can't be helped that you're unwillingly stuck here. So far, it's been okay, but you don't want to push your luck. He is still a complete stranger, and you don't want to be stuck in such a small space with him. You did come here for a private cabin getaway after all. Jim looks back into the flickering embers of the fire and seems to be weighing your response in his head. You wonder what he's thinking. You can't bring your son to interrupt his thoughts. You ultimately look into the fire too. The dancing flames lull into its trance as your mind wanders. Once, time flows as the sun disappears from the sky and you both are left with a dying fire. At some point, you find yourself watching him. His features are softer in the firelight, warmer too than before. He looks much more friendly now that he's taken off his outerwear and is relaxing in his more casual outfit. He doesn't seem to talk much, but his voice carries a quiet intensity, like every word matters. He glances at you and catches you staring. You quickly look down at your empty mug, feeling the heat rise in your face from being caught. Oh, you're blushing, MC? He doesn't see anything at first, but now you feel him observing you back. What? Oh, my battery's low. Charge! Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. Your mind's just staring for a little too long before you had even realized it. That's alright. No harm, no foul. You can stare. I don't mind. Even if I stare intently right at you? Menacingly? You were just, kinda obvious about it. He's surprisingly easygoing despite first impressions. His words ease embarrassment, just a little. I get lost in my thoughts sometimes. Well, who doesn't every now and then? Then Jim looks into his empty mug, now cold. Well, I think I'll call it a night. Jim gives up and holds out a hand to take my empty mug from you too, trying to be a gracious hostess. Giving you a cup too, and his lips curve into a small smile. Yep, he's satisfied! He walks to the kitchen, places both your mugs in the tiny sink there with a click. Okay, well, good night, eh? Okay, I'm having fun with exploring around the options. Good night, Jim. You say your goodnights and go to your respective rooms. Not so bad so far. It wouldn't be so bad getting to know each other more. Change into your sleepy clothes and jump out under the covers for warmth. Let's say grateful for this cabin and Jim's hospitality so far. Things could have gone a lot worse, all things considered. You're such a delicate thing, a rabbit on my altar. You are the perfect sacrifice. Oh, wait, what? The voice scares you. You don't understand what it is. Oh no. You try to get away from this haunting visage, but the damp corner under your feet clings to you, etc. Take the mug. It's hot cocoa, hot and free, exactly as you like it. The scent wraps around you, warm, familiar. Drink. You take a sip from the mug. It's good, really good. You drink a big gulp before you even realize it. Jim's shoulders unclenched, just a fraction. Oh, he's relaxed. Glad you like it. Jim's posture softens. He watches you with something like gratitude, his fingers tapping in absent rhythm against the table. From the room, silence stretches, charged with something unspoken. The warmth of your drink spreads through your chest, familiar and uncomfortable. Is it good? How's the temperature? That's perfect. With pride barely hidden, a flicker of satisfaction crosses his face. He leans back in his chair, fingers drumming once against the table. I remember how you take it. Before you know it, you drink it all. Jim holds out his hand to take your mug and you oblige. Then he busies himself with taking your mugs to the sink, but you catch the way his thumbs rubs over the spot your lips touch. What? You must be hungry. I'll make you some food to go with your drink. Hey, yo! My guy, I think you need to wash your hand. You need to wash your hands. He crouches down, pulls out a cooler from under the sink. You think you hear the click of a lock, but you can't see past Jim's part. Wait. He locked something under the sink? He places some ingredients on the counter. Flour, potatoes, onion, eggs, and toast? It's not too fancy, but it'll do. Jim moves with quiet efficiency at the stove as he layers ingredients into a closed iron pan. I like the story so far, like depends on the decision, the options you pick, and that the dark theme in your dreams, it'll call you the animal based on your decisions. For instance, I was called Clever Fox, all because I was very wary and not too trusting. But if I chose vulnerable things, rabbit, then it shows that vulnerability, and then that thing will call me a rabbit. Go to help. You step aside and reaching for a knife to chop vegetables. Jim's hand catches yours, not to stop you, just to guide your grip. The knife is sharper than it looks. Here. He adjusts your fingers, his palm warm against yours. If you're starting to have feelings, smaller cuts. They'll cook even. Oh man, he's starting to fall for me. He worked in comfortable silence, shoulders brushing occasionally. When the meal's ready, he places it carefully, nudging the best portions toward your side. His brew knocks lightly against your shoulders on the table, a tiny grounding touch. You make a good team. Oh wow! Let's see. I think there's an egg, potatoes, pancakes, jam and bread. Oh man, pancakes! You can't do this to me, man. I like pancakes way better than waffles. You can't do this to me, man. Let the jar of preserves open on the table for you, wafting a sweet scent to you in case you wanted more. Your stomach grows loud at the sight and smell. Good. You have an appetite. Go on and dig in. He doesn't eat until you do. His gaze never leaves your face. Jim watches you take the first bite. His fingers drum the table until you nod approval. Pancakes are just sweet enough. The preserves taste like blackberries and something darker. Heron? No, just your imagination. Please don't tell me you put blood in there. It was delicious, but leaves you oddly drowsy. He smiles watching you eat and noting how you feel from the look on your face. Good food will make you sleepy, huh? That is not a food coma. His voice is light, but his fingers quickly tap the table twice like he's counting. Halfway through, he pushes his mug toward you. Try this. Before you realize it, you take a sip of his spiced tea. It's just sweet enough. I'm pretty sure you put something in that drink. When you hand it back, his thumb brushes the place where your lips touched. Both of you finish up quickly, and Jim takes your place to the sink. As he's washing up, Jim hums. The tune is unfamiliar, oddly rhythmic. You've never heard it before. Almost like a lullaby, or a chant. When Joe notices your attention, he stops abruptly and turns away. He's embarrassed because he was caught singing. It's just a song from my childhood. Jim pauses at the sink, looking out the window. The storm still rages, but he has a serene look on his face. Could get used to it. The fireplace crackles as Jim moves to kneel by the hearth, rearranging logs with unnecessary focus. His sleeves are rolled up slightly as he works. Pale scars peek beneath the fabric. When he notices you watching, he smiles, but his fingers twitch like he's counting something under his breath. Is he counting down by the time I get drowsy? And then I suddenly become unconscious? Is that the reason? Not much to do indoors, I'm afraid. Never really had guests before. Just be in the quiet. The firelight catches the edges of the wolf carvings on the mantel. I've got books and a puzzle, if you like. Could make do. Let's see. Let me save this. I'd rather just talk. Jim freezes for a beat, then laughs, a strange, breathy sound. Oh, whoops. I think I'll just go to the puzzles. You both go to sit by the fireplace. He sits too close, knees bumping yours. Talk. Right, sure. What about? He toys with the sleeve, tugging it down as he thinks about what to see next. He asks about the carvings. Jim's shoulder relaxes too much as he lifts the large wolf from the mantel. He runs a thumb along the wolf's spine, where the grain splits like an old wound. Started whittling after I left home. Kept my hands busy. What do you think? The wood carries a lot of memories. He leans in and hands it to you, pressing the carving to your palm, his fingers. Too warm. Tell me something you remember. Doesn't matter what. Something true. His thumb presses against your wrist. For a second, the pulse you feel isn't yours. Let me think. I had a mad nightmare last night. Jim goes very still. The shadows behind him sway. I'm sorry about that. But dreams can just be dreams, not real. Jim's expression softens. His thumb traces your wrist like he's counting your pulse. Sometimes though, I think dreams are doors. You ought to be careful what you invite in. He seems to catch himself, clearing his throat awkwardly. His fingers finally curled around your wrist as he got up. Anything else you want to do? Puzzle sounds nice. Jim produces a dusty puzzle box from a cabin and directs you to the table. Pieces are worn, the image on the box faded, a snow-laden forest. The trees too familiar, the shadows between them too deep. Found this in the cellar. Might be missing a few pieces. He spreads the pieces across the table and then settles beside you. Close, but not quite touching. The puzzle is old with some edges frayed, others darkened with age or something else. At first, it's easy. Board piece first, then the cabin emerges. Crooked chimney, claw marks on the door. As fire crackles, the puzzle takes shape. A cabin, a wolf, a figure standing at the tree line. Jim's fingers move with surprising precision, slotting pieces into place before you even find their match. He doesn't look at the box. He doesn't need to. Funny how things fit together when you know where they belong. At one point, his knee brushes yours. He doesn't pull away. It's warm, deliberate. The puzzle grows. The wolf at the tree line, golden eyes gleaming even in the dim light. Then, the figure, a silhouette, standing just beyond the cabin's reach. Their hand is outstretched, holding nothing. The piece is missing. You look at the table. There's nothing left. The figure's hand is empty. A void. That's too bad. Bigger in the puzzle is holding something. Flower? Knife? But that piece is gone. What if it's that moonflower petal? What if it's that moonflower? You ask if he knows what it is while squinting at the missing figure's hand. Not sure. Don't remember. I'm pretty sure you know what that piece is, and you're trying to hide it. His thumb brushes the empty space where the piece should be, before leaning over to grab your hand. His gaze lowers to find yours, full of unspoken meaning. Guess some things stay lost. I'm enjoying it so far. I'll be looking forward to day 3. You've done this before? Jim smiles, falters, and then his thumb idly presses on your wrist, making your pulse jump. Had a lot of time to practice. Nights get long when you're waiting. Jim releases your hand. His fingers uncurl slowly as if resisting the separation. Oh man, I think this guy wants intimacy. For a moment, his palm hovers like he might reach back, but then he exhales, flexing his hand as if shaking off thoughts. Jim studies the puzzle, lips pressed thin, before pushing back from the table to get the puzzle's box. Maybe that missing piece will turn up later. His gaze lingers on the empty space where the last piece should be. Then, he carefully gathers the incomplete puzzle and puts it back in its box. He stands, stretching with forced casualness. Let's see, anything else? Do you have any novels? Jim's smile flickers as he goes over to a small bookcase. He runs a finger along the bookshelf, hesitating over titles like Folk Remedies of the Valley and Surviving the Wilds. Most of these are not exactly light reading. He plucks up other novel with a pressed flower bookmark. But this one's okay. Romance. Well, sort of. He hands you the book and the flower to look at. The fact that he looks at it willy-nilly. Compared to when I chose the decision being still distrustful to him. He didn't want me to look at his journal, but since he's more open, he lets me look into his journal. The cover is faded, but you catch the title, The Hare in the Hollow. You flip it open to chapter 12, The First Snow. There are handwritten notes crowding the margins. Chapter 12, The First Snow. Vesper had always been told that the Hollow was a cursed, evil place. She shivered as the memories returned to her like a vision. When they first met, the villagers whispered of it in hushed tones, the voices tinged with something between reverence and fear. They said the trees there grew crooked from the weight of all the secrets they swallowed, and the roots tangled around the bones of things best left unspoken. But when she stumbled upon Bjorn in the deep heart of the Hollow, his dark gold dusted with snow, his hands cupped around a wounded hare, she wondered if the woods had been waiting for her after all. Don't trust the moon. The moon? Liars? And the flower. What if that story is referring to his journal, comparing to that? What if this was in Bjorn's perspective? Jim sees what you're looking at and reaches to take it back, flustered. Maybe not that one. No, my guy. I like romance novels too. How about you pick something yourself? You approach the small, sparse bookcase and read the titles as you run your fingers along the spines. Survival, edible plants. When you reach for the title book, Jim's breath hitches, then he laughs too loud. That's just my weather log. Shower handwriting. Here. He snatches a battered poetry collection from the shelf, thumbing to a random page. I like this poetry book. Let's see. His voice smooths to reverent murmur as he reads. The moon's bride forgets their name, their fingers rooted in his ribs. Wait. Is the book referring the moon to as him? And the written note says, "Do not trust the moon." He stops abruptly, snapping the book shut. The fire pops. He smiles and doesn't reach his eyes. Maybe let's do something else. It's still in your palm. It's cool against your skin. Let me save this. So many options! I say, return it. He decides to offer it back to him with a shrug. You hold it out to him and Jim's smile falters. He doesn't take it, just stares at the petal in your hand like you've handed him a wounded bird. Oh, I thought you'd... Never mind. Oh, you wanted me to keep it? Oh! There's an awkward beat, then Jim finally plucks the petal from your hand, tucking it into his pocket. I'll save it for you, in case you change your mind. What now? Cat-like satisfaction. Knew you'd be good at this. Knew it. Guess we've done all I could think of for now. I'll get you when it's dinner time. Get some rest for now. Breath evens out, fogging the glass and rhythm pulses. Without realizing it, you trace the same looping pattern Jim uses to stir his coffee into the glass. You're feeling more accepting of the situation, or maybe resigned is a better word. This no longer looks threatening, just inevitable, like the turn of seasons. Try to nap. Close your eyes and try to rest, tossing fitfully. Something settled you as you try to sleep, if at all, but it's hard to tell them the time with the snow roaring. Watch quietly. Stay planted when you're hoping not to disturb. The sound of scraping continues. Eventually, Jim begins to become aware of your gaze as he finishes his work. I knew it! I knew he's gonna carve the rabbit. I knew it. It's a carving of a rabbit. Small, fragile thing, ears folded back, the body coiled as if ready to flee. When the carving is finished, Jim hesitates. His thumb brushes over the creature's back, passing over its form. He seems to consider the object in his hand before putting the carving away into his pocket without another word. You note a flash of pain across his face before he turns away. I'm exploring many options. This is getting really good. Stop him. Jim freezes, his fingers tightening around the carving. When he turns back, his gaze is searching, wary, but there's a fragile hope there too, like he's bracing for rejection. Do you want it? Oh gosh, that would be such a horrible thing to do. I don't think I can reject it or accept it, but I don't want to break it. Like, as much as aware as I am, but I don't think I want to break it. Accept it, but don't wear it. You trace the carving with your fingertips, but you don't want to wear it. Jim watches you turn the wooden carving over in your hands, his usual guard expression softening at the edges. It looks better in your hands. Then Jim clears his throat, slightly awkward, and turns back to the fire. Aw, he's blushing again. But you catch the faintest curve of his mouth before he hides it. Glad you're keeping it. Before you turns in for the night, he hesitates, glancing back at you. Well, night. Approach him quietly. Step closer, the floor is creaking under your weight. Jim doesn't turn, but his grip on the carving knife tightens. When Jim turns to face you, the moonlight paints his face in blue and shadow, his eyes dark and unreadable. He's the moon! There's something wrong in his expression, something hungry and hesitant all at once. Couldn't sleep. But you should be asleep. His voice is rough, raw. I couldn't sleep either. You stayed back instantly and he tenses. The air between you is charged, electric. He swallows hard, his gaze flickering to your lips, then away, like he's afraid of what he might do if he looks too long. I don't know. I don't think I want to go into his personal space. But that would catch him off guard if I say that. So I'll just turn away respectfully. Jim turns away and his jaw clenches. He slowly exhales and you're unsure if it's disappointment or relief. Let's follow him. You're reaching for the door before you realize it. The handle is cold under your palm. The metal biting your skin as you twist it. It doesn't budge. Pound on the door! You rattle harder, throwing your weight against the wood. Nothing. The door doesn't even shake in its frame. It's solid, stubborn, like the trees outside that have spent decades digging their roots deep into the earth. Look at the door. It's a double-sided deadbolt. Jem has locked you in the cabin for the night. What? Look out the window. Through the window, you see his retreating figure, shoulders hunched against the wind and snow. It looks like he's holding something. He doesn't look back. In the cracks between trees, you think you see a large wooden carving watching, waiting. Before you hear earth, the ground twitches where your shadow falls. You feel something between your teeth and you pick it out. It leads you forward without a choice. The trees seem curving to you, pulling you in. What do you have? It. Your palm grows heavy. You clench your fist to reveal. It's a moon petal, pressed and dried. It pulses in your hand with secret life. Its mouth doesn't move, the words echoing off of the trees. How curious. You are refrain, even as you tremble in his hands. I've seen how you lean to a shadow. Ooh. Alright, more options! Let's start with the flirty route. I'm just exploring so many things here. Okay, let's go to that car. Stop and look at Jim. His voice and the situation cracks something inside you. Your fingers slip off the keys. Jim's eyes are round with worry. You think you can survive out here on your own? Look outside. He gestures to the snowdrifts that are taller than you and the obliterated road. There's nowhere to go. His hand hovers over the door handle, not pulling, waiting. Unlock the door. The BT's a copper. There's no way you can sail in a blizzard like this. He briefly opens the door for you, and wordlessly leads you back to the cabin. Well, if you're gonna stay, I know what your name is. Hey. Now, would you like to rest by the fireplace, hey? Try to answer any concerns you have. Yes. Oh, okay, let me load something else. Let's say the flirty option. Oh no, no, we'll write it. Oh. I'm actually not thirsty for the distressed heart. Let's see. Let me load. Trying to find the other realms. Except, what's that? Oh, I like it. When you made some pancakes with the wrong ingredients around, the jar of preserves sits open on the table for you. Stomach with allow like the sight of smell. Good, you have an appetite. Go and dig in. Who feel really sleepy? All the same results. Alright, now load. Okay, let me pick. Not overwrite my save. I'll load back. Say, take it. Oh, it's when I. Oh, it's my fox route. Reject it. You consider for a moment, but ultimately don't want it. You hand the carbon back to him. Let me skip. Chip. A shudder runs through him when you call up to him. For a long moment, he doesn't move. Then slowly, he sets the carving knife away and turns to face you. Heard you awake. I'm sorry for bothering you. What if I said this that caught him off guard? What? He starts leaning towards you but turns his head at the nothing. His jaw clenches. Don't. You don't know if he's talking to you or himself. But his hands are fisted in your shirt, pulling you close even as he pushes you away. Let him go. Try to calm yourself from what almost happened. Oh! Yes, his face is still flushed. Whoopsies. Okay, let me load. Okay, let's pick the romantic one. Okay, let's go. Let's bridge this guy up. You like to stay here longer. I actually really like it. I could see myself spending my whole stay here, honestly. It's been nice having you as company. Well, I'll be honest too. I've been liking your company too. What I'm trying to say is, you can stay here longer if you want. But you don't gotta decide now, and maybe your feelings will change. What do you mean by that, sir? Although I'm happy you feel that way now. You smiled his flustered but sincere response. Guess you have to see how things are. Nothing. You reply quickly and look quickly, and Jim notices. He chuckles and the sound of it sends a shiver through you. One that has nothing to do with the storm outside. Yeah, he does look handsome indeed. Sure about that? chest tightens in a funny way at his keen tone. His voice warmer now, shyness from before fading ever so slightly. Yeah. His gaze lingers on you for a moment, but then he smiles and looks away. Seems like he'll let it go. This time. Can I stay in your room? Jim gives you a perplexed look. Why would you want to do that? You blush, unable to say. Notice you blush, you know, slowly starts blushing himself. Oh! I don't think that's a good idea. Jim stands there proudly and blushes. You can yes, this sounds good to you. Oh, oh man. Good night. Wait! Say anything else? Oh, you dare to go to your room then. Oh man! That was much nicer than how your first meeting started. You're getting to know Jim a lot more and you both are getting along. Your expected host has turned out to be a pleasant surprise. Change into your sleeping clothes. Covers and... let's say attraction. Traded Jim. It has been not what you expected and you're looking forward to learning more about him. Your breath comes fast, not with fear but rapture. You seem to recognize something. To be known is to press your rotting heart against something equally ruined. See how we match? You barely even notice when the gnarled roots from below wrap around your leg lovingly. So that is Jim! You're Jim! The force, it screams to you. What are your dreams, wolves? And then the darkness reaches for you. Take mug. Drink. Perfect. Go and help. Almost. Keep it! You press the powder inside your palm. It's cool to seep into your skin. Like ink in water. The veins beneath your wrist darken for a fleeting second. Oh, wasn't a trick of the firelight? You gently tuck it into your pocket. Jim's breath stills. He leans forward, voice feather light but intent. Why did you keep it? His gaze fixes on your pocket where the flower sits. Did it feel like it was yours? Hold the frick up! It feels familiar. Jim's pupils dilate. He sails through the snow like he is savoring the moment. Knew it. He laughs and it is raw, relief. Then he won't reaches out, almost touching the petal in your pocket, pulls back. Things find their way where they're needed, even here. You absentmindedly touch the flower in your pocket, yet the chill lingers on your palm. You skip. Leaning to his touch. Oh! Oh! It's like I'm setting us up. And Jim exhales right. His free hand rises, almost cupping your cheek before he catches himself. Now did you understand? Jim releases your hand. His fingers uncurl slowly as if resisting the separation. Rather just talk. Don't remember much. Jim's mouth tightens. His thumb presses hard into your pulse, searching. That's alright. I'm sure you'll remember something eventually. I have a theory. What if your name and Jim used to be a thing, but something happened and it got them separated, and now he finally found me? Memories are like wood cut deep enough they bleed. He seems to catch himself, clearing his throat awkwardly. Think about what you've seen. Jim's voice, low satisfied, plays in your skull. The flower is heavy in your pocket. It's an unnatural chill seeping through the fabric. Perhaps it's just a chilly draft. You can still picture the way the puzzle pieces had fit together under Jim's sure hands. The shadow of the cabin, the lurking wolf with his golden eyes, the figure at the tree line. But the piece it held had been missing. Now in the quiet of your room, the memory nagged at you. He's been a surprisingly attentive host in his own way. The breakfast was hearty. He remembers the little things, the way you take your hot cocoa. There's something almost comforting in the way he moves, like he's memorized the shape of this solitude and simply let you step inside it. Jim's still careful with his words and still watches you a little too closely, but there's no denying it. You've gotten closer today. What are you making? Jim jolts to your presence and nearly nicks himself.
Didn't realize you were there.
Oh, it's still a rabbit. So you remember. His voice is a gentle murmur with something dangerously close to tenderness. Even when I'm not around. Accept it and wear it. You trace the carving with your fingertips and you wander around your throat. Your hand slowly curls around the necklace that Jim placed on you with acceptance. First thing you notice is that the cord around your neck is tight, collar disguised as jewelry. The leather knotted snug around your throat is not enough to choke, but enough that you always feel it there. The wood is smooth, almost too delicate, like it might splinter if gripped too hard. Jim's eyes burn in the dim light at the side of you, breath shallow. I knew it would suit you. He shifts closer, his knee brushing yours as he reaches out to touch the carving. His touch lingers, warm, clawed fingers tracing the curve of the carving's back alongside your skin. It's you better than I thought it would. There's a weight to the words, something deeper than just the carving. He starts pacing around the room, looking at the fire, peering at the walls. He's stalling. You can tell by the way his shoulders stay tense, the way his gaze keeps flicking back to you. Finally, he exhales, running a hand through his hair. I'll have to make you more things if you like it.
Oh man.
When he starts to retreat to his room, his steps are lighter than usual. I'll see you soon.
Night.
Strides into his room without another word. With nothing else to do, you'll head back to your room. Skip. Jim. I go to sleep either. Step forward slowly. Jim hesitates, his hand hovering near your face like he's afraid to touch you. When you lean in, he lets a shaky breath, his fingers finally brushing your cheek. The kiss is soft, almost tentative, a question, not a demand. His lips are chapped from the cold, but warm, so warm. When he pulls back, his eyes are wide, vulnerable. I didn't... The fact that we just met for 2 days! Kiss him again, and this time he whimpers against your mouth, his hands trailing where they cradle your face. Also, I just realized when I look at this shirt closely, I wonder what does it say here. Jim avoids your eyes afterward, his ears red. He touches his lips like he's trying to memorize this feeling. I have to go. If he gives you a dangerous look, don't follow me. Look out the window. Give up. Go back to bed. The night stretches on, and Jim's touch lingers like a brand. Carving around your neck tightens and drives you forward. Before you is a path of white flowers, like piles of snowfall. Their silver veins pulse in time with your heartbeat. One brushes your ankle, familiar, possessive. You don't recall their name, Yet your tongue forms shape of it anyway. Moon petals. And the fact that I see more of them now, compared to the first quote-unquote ending. It's a moon petal, now fully bloomed. Its center is a perfect black pupil. Its mouth doesn't move. The words bloom from behind your ribs. The cage is beautiful because it was built just for you. So you are Jim. Confirmed. Won't you sing for him? The figure laughs, and the sound is Jim's, warped, delighted. The flower roots into your skin. It doesn't hurt. That's worse. Stay a bit longer. Oh man, I want to play more. It's so good. But there's a limit. So, oh man, I hope there will be a day 3. I'm looking forward to this. Please make more if you want to or can. I really don't mind. But I'm really glad that this game happened. This game is made. Good story, good narrative. Oh man, even the character, Jim. Like, how we used to see yanderis be easily like possessive, but this guy, it's like it's hard to tell if it's being possessive to you or not. It's like he's like a chill guy, but I feel like beneath it, there's more to it. Like there's more to this guy. And I can't wait to find out. But well, since I think it's been a year since day 3 has not been out, I guess I will need to wait a longer time. But that's okay. At least day 1, day 2 happened. Man, I feel like more I think visual enjoyer players, they should play this. They should play Chilling Devotion. They should really check this out. Check this game out. I really like it so far. Alright, I'll go call it a day. And now the next Yandere Sim visual novel play is 14 Days with You. Alright, I'll see you in the next stream. Meteor Sprites, take it adios. It's away. Bye.